Hey there, I'm Dr. Jane, and this is your personal reset button. I am joined, as always, by the beautiful Coach Kendra.
Hello, how are you, everybody?
Hey, we are talking about 10 personal habits that can change your life. And the good news is they're simple.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Yeah, kick us off, Kendra.
So, the first one is you can change your life by adapting your time that you get up in the morning by even just 10 minutes. Right? So, if you're having trouble getting up and getting your routine, getting things done in the morning, all you do is you set your clock back 10 minutes. It's amazing how much you can get done in those 10 minutes and how it will change your life over a period of time. So, that's a great one to try.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one thing that I make sure that I do, the time that I've set for myself is a little bit longer than that in the morning, but I make sure that it's an electronics free zone, and it really is time that's just for me. So it's
Absolutely, yeah.
the intentionality is what really matters, and
Yeah.
not pouring yourself into the latest updates or status reports or news headlines.
I actually had stopped getting on social media. I get up and it's probably an hour or two into my day before I even start looking at any of that kind of thing. And it gives me time to wake up and enjoy my morning and reset and get ready for my day without having things come in that are that may be negative or things that I'm trying to respond to right away. And it gives me that me time. So it is important to have that time in the morning to get your day started.
Absolutely. Yeah. And one of the things that I do during that time is I practice breathing exercises. There are certain breathing techniques that help to reduce your stress and reduce your anxiety. And it's the perfect time to give yourself those few moments to close your eyes and just breathe and feel the breath. So that is the second simple habit that you can implement into your life to up level everything, is just breathing. And the problem is, Kendra, the weird thing is, are you breathing right now?
Absolutely. And you
Yeah.
know what, you know what the great thing about doing the breath work is it helps reduce stress. It helps clear your mind. It's just amazing. I've just recently started some serious breath work on a daily basis, and it's amazing. So everyone needs
People
to
don't know
try
how
that.
to do it though. Like so many
Right.
people really don't know how to do it. And I recorded a video for my clients, and it's not, a really great professional looking video just because so many of them I always, in Guild, we recommend that everybody does breath work. So anyway, I'm going to share that in the comments if everybody will look.
Yeah.
It's not something that I normally have down there, but I'm going to put it down there for this one. There's just a little how to breathe video. And so don't judge me on the production quality because it's not way up there, but no, it really is a gift, and I did it to help people. So check that out. It'll really teach you. And if you think I know how to breathe, I know how to breathe. Usually we're only using the top third of our lungs
Right.
breathing. So this really teaches you how to use all of your lungs and
Hmm.
use all of your lungs. It infuses every cell of your body with oxygen, and you'll feel happier, you'll have more energy, you'll feel a lot lighter, your stress level will go down, and things will seem a lot more clear to you because your brain actually has the oxygen that it needs to function at its top peak performance.
It's one of my new favorite things. So you'll have to try it.
Absolutely. Another thing that Kendra does a lot, Kendra, you are the meditation queen.
I, well, you know what's funny about meditation is probably just 2 years ago, I used to think meditation was really kind of strange. I didn't really understand it or really know what it was for or what it was about. And so I started my meditation practice just a little over a year and a half ago, and it's amazing. I meditate every day, sometimes, always in the morning, sometimes in the evening. Most of the time it's twice a day, but it's just amazing how it literally, again, reduces stress, but just gets your mind in the right frame of mind, so to speak, to get your day started or to continue. And you can even meditate during the day. It doesn't matter
Oh,
really. It
absolutely.
just,
Well, and
it
that's the thing about meditation. People think you have to like go and sit on a rock in the middle of a river and sit in lotus pose and have your eyes
right.
all holy. And you don't. I mean, you can literally stuck in a traffic jam. You can close your eyes for a minute and just have that mindfulness moment and reset yourself so that the stress from that moment is released, or the stress that you're premeditating that's going to happen at the next place that you're going. And another thing that I do, Kendra, in point number 4 for everybody today, one thing that I do as part of my meditation is I practice active gratitude. And that's a daily thing that I do. I have my journal right here beside me, and I've got several sections in the journal, and gratitude is a big section. And the reason that it's so important to me to write it down is everybody has those days that just suck. And when they get down, I mean, lack of a better term, that's a very clinical term.
It is very clinical.
But, you know, when you're in one of those days that just sucks, you can say, you know what, I know that life is not always like this. Look, my pen is in my gratitude section. You can see my messy handwriting from this morning.
I love it.
I can go back pages and pages and pages and say, and I actually did this yesterday because I had a pretty hard day yesterday. And I went back pages and pages. And you know, the thing that I noticed yesterday, it really brought me out of my funk yesterday too. I noticed how grateful I am for my family and my home, my pets. It's just in different ways. I've written that over and over and over again, and it really calmed me down. And it just helped me to reset and say, all right, you know, this is just a crap day. But I really have it pretty good.
Yeah. And being grateful for the little things and realizing the things that you're grateful for is what changes your whole mindset. Same thing, I can get up in the morning and start thinking. What happens is our mind starts going, right? And we start thinking of all the things that we need to do, or things we didn't do, or things that didn't go well. And the minute you start looking at the simple things, my breakfast, the sound of the birds outside, the fact that the fact that I woke up and I'm alive today, you know, my family, my friends, the fact that I have, you know, some clean clothes and a roof over my head, even those things, it literally changes the way I see my whole entire day. And I'm able to head my day into a better position, and it lasts all day for me. I don't know about you, Dr. James.
Well,
when you do that,
I think that that's a lot for somebody to live up to if they're not already practicing this. But practice this every day. Somewhere, clinically speaking, somewhere between 21 and 66 days, that's where a habit that has been created will stick. So if you can stick with this, with gratitude for 2 months, I'd say, that's when the gratitude starts to pop back up in different parts of your day. Our youngest child is a foster child, and she's had a horrible background. And every single morning I have her, she has a gratitude practice, and it's, you know, she just has to think of one thing, and then she lays there and does deep breathing while she just thinks about that one thing and all the different little aspects of that one gratitude point. And it helps her because she has PTSD, and she has a lot of different psychological diagnoses that make life really hard for her. But when she hits those points where she gets out of control, she can come back to that gratitude point that she thought of in the morning, and it's like her anchor.
Yeah.
So if she has a boat and she puts her anchor down first thing in the morning, she can only drift off so far before she feels that tug, and she can always pull back in.
Yeah. And what a wonderful thing to teach your children or grandchildren, or, I mean, such a gift to be able to teach her that, and have her master that as she goes along in her life.
I wish somebody had taught me that when I was 9.
I know, same here.
Well, one of my gratitude points that I read yesterday is, I'm so grateful for a healthy body that can exercise to the level that I exercise. And that's our 6th point, right, Kendra? Or 5th?
Yes. Yep.
Exercise.
Yeah, exercise. Oh, so exercise has been really the foundation for me in my trauma and addiction recovery from my own personal life and my own personal journey. And it started I started really seriously looking at my exercise routine about 3 years ago. And it's made such a difference in how I feel about myself, how I look, how I can make it through the day physically without being tired in the afternoon. it took some time to, just like we've said with everything else that we've talked about here today, you start out with just a little bit. You only really need to start out with maybe even a walk, or 15-20 minutes of doing some sort of an exercise, and maybe pick up a habit or something that you like to do, tennis or basketball or whatever, bike riding or whatever it is. But you need to start somewhere, and taking care of what I call our vessel or our bodies that we've been given is extremely important, and will change your life. Exercise, a great exercise routine that you're consistent with and dedicated to, will change your life in so many ways.
And it doesn't mean that you have to get sweaty for 60 minutes or 90 minutes a day. It can be a 10-minute. It can be a 15-minute, just something rather than nothing is what I tell people when they say, where do I start? Where do I start with meditation? 1 minute. And I don't care how you sit. How do I start with exercise? A 5-minute walk, a 10-minute walk.
Yes. Something
rather than nothing. Go outside and stretch. Raise your hands to the sky and just be so grateful for the sun. Like that is perfect.
Yes. And be gentle with yourself. Don't expect yourself to jump into something that's difficult, or, lose 10 pounds in a week. That's, you want to be gentle with yourself, and, and just, because really what it's about is taking care of yourself and the body that we've been given. I really think that's and that if you're not doing an exercise routine and you start doing that, I'm telling you, it will change your life in so many good ways.
It actually changes our brains are plastic. That's what doctors always say, our brains are plastic. The actual formation of your brain can change. The number of cells you have, the amount of mass you have is different. And when you exercise, when you give yourself that movement and that activity, your brain matter actually increases. So it's good for everything. You'll have more clarity, and everything improves. Another thing that you have to have, which this is our point number 6, water. Now here's your formula, and I want everybody, type this into the comments below. If you don't have something to take notes on, you can always come back here and read it, so you don't have to watch the whole video again, or you can watch it again, whatever you want. Maybe you just like but your formula for how much water to drink is not 8 glasses of water a day, because I'm a 140-pound woman. Why should I drink the same amount of water as a 300-pound man? Doesn't make sense. So your formula for how much water to drink every day is half of your body weight, pounds. So if I'm 140 pounds, which I'm right around there, give or take, but half of your body weight in pounds, convert that to ounces. So 140 divided by 2 is 70. So I need to have 70 ounces of water a day to remain healthy. Now, if I want to lose weight, if I want to flush my system, I increase that. So if you're a 200-pound person, you need 100 ounces. 150 pounds, 75 ounces. So if you're getting that, so however many pounds you are in weight, half that. And there is a video that I've linked below in this description that talks about the type of water that you drink. It's very, very important. Kendra and I are both very passionate about the type of water that we drink. We only drink alkaline water.
Yes.
And this particular type of alkaline water, and it actually cleanses your body. It destroys viruses and bacteria. It's more cleansing than, there's different strengths of it that can be more cleansing than common household cleansers that everybody thinks is the only way to get your house sanitized. So please check that out. It's Kangen water, alkaline water, and it really, really will change your life.
Inside and out. I also use it. I use the water, the beauty water, to cleanse my skin with, and so that's another good point.
There's another cleansing thing, Kendra, that's one of your points, number 7. You think that everybody should set a timer and clean each day. Why do you tell us about why?
So having an environment that is that we have control of, in terms of things are picked up, things are neat, is important to your whole psyche as you move along in your day. And a lot of times what happens, and this happens to members of my family, my mom is like this, is that she'll go for a little bit of time and not pick up and say, well, I'm going to do it on Friday. And then Friday comes and nothing gets picked up. And so it just keeps getting cluttered. So when you have a cluttered space, it literally clutters your mind. It's hard for people to focus clearly if things around you are cluttered. So what I've discovered, that if you set your timer at some point during the day, it could be first thing in the morning or when you get home from work. Well, I think everybody's home right now, but when you get home, set your timer and you just take 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, and clean an area. It could be in your bedroom, it could be your office, it could be the kitchen, and just take the full 10 minutes. It's amazing what you can get done in 10 minutes.
And you feel so good. You feel cleaner because your environment
Yes.
is cleaner. Yeah, absolutely. And I would suggest that first thing in the morning is a really good habit, because many successful people, psychologists, psychiatrists, recommend that we make up our beds very neatly. It's a habit that helps your brain. It's actually a mindfulness trick. You're doing activities that you don't really have to think about, so it doesn't cause your body to use a whole bunch of extra energy, and you're actually breathing more deeply, and it's calming to straighten this, straighten the sheets out nice and flat and put the pillows on centered and make everything centered. And because a neat bed, your sanctuary is your bedroom, your neat, tidy sanctuary is calming to your subconscious mind.
I make my bed every single morning, and when I come back into my room, like if I go to have breakfast and I come back to my room, I look at my bed and there's a sense of pride, and it does something to my mind in terms of it's a settling, it's a calming thing. It's really amazing.
And it actually helps to boost your sense of self-esteem, because you will feel more calm and proud. And I know that there are people out there that are like, why would I make my bed? I'm just going to sleep in it again. You make your bed with the sheets flat and neat, and tell me that it doesn't feel just a little bit better when you get in at night.
Right.
It will give you that sense of calm, and it'll help your self-esteem. We're almost out of time, so I've got to run through our last few. Just to review: get up even just a couple minutes early, do deep breathing, check the video description for that. Meditate, check the video description for, and our YouTube channel for playlist for guided meditation. Gratitude, we also have some YouTubes that'll help you on that. Morning gratitude, bedtime, and during the day. Exercise regularly, set a timer, clean, drink plenty of good quality water. Our last three, and I'm going to go back to my little journal. I've got several tabs. Coach Kendra knows that I'm super organized, but I've got several tabs in my journal. And the sections that I want to talk about are affirmations. You've got to write down affirmations about yourself. And if you don't know what that means, check out our guided sessions list here on playlist here on YouTube, because we have affirmations for different areas of your life. A way that you can develop your own affirmations is to write yourself a letter about the person you know you can be, or the person that you want to be, and then go through and pick out the attributes that you need to embody to be that person. So strong, kind, responsible, and then just formulate them as I am statements. I am kind, I am strong, I am responsible. And that's a way to come up with your own. Two other sections: evidence. When something good happens in your life, write it down. It's just, I said, I go back to evidence, like anything that happens that you're like, oh, that just kind of went my way. That is evidence that I'm headed in the right direction. And you write it down so that when you have that moment that you don't feel like you're headed in the right direction, you can go back and say, okay. It makes that one little negative thing seem a lot smaller when you have a whole bunch of positive things already written down.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
The last one goes right on with that. Celebrate wins. Write down your wins. Write down when you've done something and you get that result, even if it's little. For me, I'm terrible at, I don't like to use our toaster for some reason. I like to use our oven to toast bread, but I'm terrible at it. This morning I didn't burn the toast. Like, that's kind of, I didn't burn the toast in the broiler. It just tastes better to me. Just, I don't know. I like one side of the bread soft and the other really crunchy. So, but I didn't burn it. To me, that's a win, because so many days I'm like, oh, I walked away from the oven and then I didn't get too dark. So it doesn't matter how big or little. It doesn't matter if you closed a 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure deal, or if you burn the toast. Celebrate your wins, because like, we don't have those people following after us telling us what a good job we do anymore, and so you got to provide that for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And we usually forget about those little things too. So congratulations on the toast.
It was delicious. It was delicious.
Perfect.
Okay, everybody, well, give us a thumbs up on this video if it's
Mhm.
of any use to you, or even if you've made it to this point, so that we know that you watched it and that you leave us some comments, ask us some questions. If there's something having to do with a reset button that you need to do, a hill in your life that you're trying to climb, you're having a hard time with, leave it in the comments. We'll come back. We'll answer every single one, and
Absolutely.
might be telling us what our next episode's about. So
You got it. We
yeah,
care about you, and we'll see you on the next one.
absolutely. Absolutely. Subscribe and hit that bell so you get a notification the next time that we drop a video for your personal reset button to help you live a life with more success and lower stress. We'll see you next time.
Take care.